These sisters, who were never supposed to be sisters, have two missions: find other siblings that belong to their unusual family.
Hopefully the truth will come out in some of these families and they'll be able to find out if they're one of us as well. And we can start these relationships.
And ensure this doesn't happen to anyone else.
Every part of my life was impacted by this, and not having known the truth all these years for me was unreal.
This was finding out as adults, along with their families, their paternal DNA is that of their parents' fertility doctor, not the sperm of their dad or their parents' chosen donor.
Looking in the mirror and not understanding who I saw, not seeing the connection with my brother as much as I should have, or my father at all.
They found each other and more than a dozen more like them through DNA they share with disgraced Dr. Norman Barwin. He's now paying $13 million following a recent class action settlement, but it's not a criminal offense in Canada, so there's no criminal penalty.
It is currently legal for a doctor to use his own sperm in a patient.
Or someone else's without permission. More than 200 who were part of the class action suit allege conception with the wrong sperm.
What's terrifying to me is there's no regulation, there's no laws in place to protect your own personal genetic materials once they leave your body. And that's a problem for me.
It's a problem for legal experts too. Baffled, the penalty in Canada for paying a surrogate is 10 years and $500,000.
You can make it illegal to pay a surrogate. Why can't you make it illegal for anyone to change someone else's sperm, like steal the sperm that they're supposed to be using and input their own sperm? I don't understand how that's not illegal.
She's frustrated the Crown didn't try to pursue charges in this case.
Even if they had lost and then changed the criminal code, it tells a very strong message when the public basically says this is unacceptable and charges need to be laid.
Vancouver fertility doctor Albert Yuzda isn't certain a law would have prevented this.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. What it may do is it may establish a level of punishment, but it certainly doesn't establish the fact that it couldn't happen.
He points to medical ethics and regulatory oversight as safeguards, but Kat says both failed to stop Norman Barwin, the Ottawa fertility doctor who treated her parents and her siblings' parents.
He was able to operate within a much larger industry. There were several governing bodies that should have been able to identify errors in his practice and weren't able to.
The College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario did investigate Barwin 3 times. First in 1994, finding clerical issues. Again in 2014, at which point he was fined, then resigned. Finally in 2018 over these allegations, and they finally revoked his license.
From the time I was born to now, the industry really has not changed.
What has changed is these women embracing their expanding family.
It's been a wonderful silver lining for me. They are justice. All of my siblings, every single one of them has been an incredible addition to my life.
And finding another place they belong.
Now I understand who I see in the mirror. So I've kind of lost my identity, but then refound my identity somehow through all of this.
In Victoria, Liza Yuzda, City News.